What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Off the Gridiron, your Apollo HOU Houston Texans podcast. My name is Noah Outlaw. I am one of your hosts, as always, and as always, I'm here with Garrett Harrelson. What's up, brother?
What's going on, folks? What's going on, Noah? How you doing?
You calling them folks now?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
You know?
I respect it.
Better than me calling them, like, just people. You know?
Well, yeah.
I feel like people is just kind of, like, not as endearing as folks.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, true. You know? That's true.
Yeah,
that's
like,
not.
hey, people.
If an old person refers to me as, like, I like a couple folks over here, these folks, I'm like, that's nice. It's better than calling me, like, some hippy-dippy wackadoodle or something like that.
Yeah, no, you don't want that.
No, I would hate that.
Hey, Noah.
Yeah.
Welcome to week 2, brother. Welcome to week 2.
Hey.
We are here. Time of recording, day of recording Friday, September 13th. Mm-hmm. We are already into week 2, post Thursday night. That was quite the game. You know,
yeah,
gotta say, obviously this is a Texans podcast, but hope Tua was okay, man.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, man, it sucks. And like, shout out to Tua, obviously, and hope he's, doing well. And this is obviously going to be a situation for him he's going to have to really take a long time to think about his steps forward when it comes to playing football. And that's really, it's a really sad day, especially for a young guy like that, just the amount of concussions that he's had and just also just to the level of concussions that he's been, taken on is when it comes to the fencing. It's just really hard to watch on national television. It's just a scary side.
Watching it, I was like, obviously the initial hit, I was like, oh, I cringed. And then watching him do fencing again and just obviously knocked out, concussed. Yeah. So I was like, damn, this is tough to watch.
Yeah.
This is just tough to watch. Sad to watch. Yeah. So hopefully he makes recovery and makes a decision about his future. I don't want to call for his retirement, but that might be time. You can't.
I'm not going to tell him what to do, but I mean, I think he needs to think about it long and hard.
I just think about CJ Fedorowicz. CJ Fedorowicz had a similar thing, like right after his breakout season too. Yeah. Got concussed early week 1, and it was like I think he had got concussed in training camp, came back for week 1, got concussed week 1, and he just hung him up at that point. Like that's a lot of concussions in a few years. Tua's had like 4 of them in 3 years.
Yeah. And especially he's just so young. I mean, how old is Tua? I mean, is he 28? I mean,
I don't know, but
if that. But he's really young, and it's just we got to decide what's worth it. And also, like, he's got his bag, man. They owe him money, and it's like that's obviously Dolphins are in a tough situation there, and that sucks. But Tua can retire. I think he'll get like $160 million of that contract or something, and he
got like $92 million guaranteed. So
yeah, and I think with the injury, like he'll still be able, if he has to retire from injury, they still will probably pay him out. So his full contract or most of it. So, there's decisions to be made. Sorry, Dolphins fans. I know this is a hard time. Stoney, it's a bummer, but yeah, Stoney. Sorry, but yeah. Hey, you know what? Maybe they sign Tom Brady. They get Tom Brady out of the booth.
Yeah, maybe they pull him out of the booth. Maybe pull him from the booth and be like, one last ride. He lives in Florida, so
he sure does.
Has a house in Florida.
Hey, yeah, and that offense, that would be pretty fucking good with Tom Brady. I'll say that,
man, for sure. But hey,
all right, this is a Texans pod.
This is a Texans pod. We got to bring the vibes up, man. We got to bring the vibes up.
Absolutely,
because baby girl. We're on Sunday Night Football this week.
Sunday Night Football on NBC. Mike and Chris are the best on TV. I miss Al and Chris, man.
Yeah, I do too, but Mike is great. Our first Sunday Night Football game since 2019 in 5 years. Last time we were on Sunday Night Football, we beat the Patriots something. I don't know the score.
Smacked them around. I remember that, yeah.
It's a fun feeling being scheduled for a prime time game this week,
especially Sunday Night Football. Like Sunday Night Football is the biggest game of the week.
Yeah, it's the class. It's the class of the week. It's the class of every broadcasting for games. Any broadcast for games is the class of it. It's the top tier. When we have the best team working around us because we're getting that kind of attention, bud.
Yeah,
we're just that kind of that good with the media right now, which it's exciting, man. It's exciting. I love Sunday Night Football. Can't wait to watch them with that crystal clear picture and sound and having the best.
None of the streaming bullshit,
Here's the guy. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. But
and a big story, it's a lot of storylines in this game. Obviously, you have the
yeah,
Texans, who are the darlings of the NFL at the moment. I mean, I think that the team that just most people you're really excited to watch. I mean, I think the Texans really, when it comes to just the national media and national, viewership, the Texans are probably the most intriguing team to people. I mean, even over a team like the Chiefs, because people know what the Chiefs are. And obviously people are going to tune in to watch Mahomes, but people are hearing about CJ Stroud and Stefon Diggs and obviously seeing what they're doing and Nico Collins and Tank Dell and Will Anderson and everything we got going on. And I mean, we're on the biggest stage for everyone to tune in, I think. And then obviously on the other side of the ball, you got Caleb Williams, who is, you don't have to say much about that. He's one of the highest, rated prospects coming out since maybe, I don't know, Andrew Luck. I mean, maybe Trevor Lawrence.
People say that he's one of the best QB prospects of all time, which
that's interesting.
Obviously that's very interesting to say, and that's what's getting us on Sunday Night Football. This matchup, which it's a pretty funny Sunday Night Football matchup because you look at like our schedule, like in a few weeks we play the Buffalo Bills. That would have been an interesting Sunday Night Football game.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that we're going with rookie quarterback Caleb Williams and the Bears, who they might not even be good. We don't know yet. They barely beat the Titans week 1. But yeah, no, it's an interesting matchup, and there's a lot to really get into with different matchups and like how we're going to match up with the Bears. But before we get into that, breaking boop, 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 Aaron Wilson just announced or just tweeted the Texans will have the roof open for Sunday Night Football. So just to add to even more how special it is, Sunday night. Yeah, I don't remember the last time we've had the roof open. It's been
the Texans don't open the roof like ever.
Never. And it might actually have a little bit to do with how the roof's already partially gone because of Hurricane Beryl.
Yeah.
So it's like, why not just pop that baby open all the way?
Yeah, just pop it open all the way. I think maybe because they were supposed to have it fixed by the time this game happened. Maybe that just didn't happen. But hey, either way, man, being it, I don't know if you've been to a Sunday Night Football game or any night game at NRG, but they really do it up, man. They open up the roof opens going to be great. They turn off the lights. They flash red everywhere. Like, it's really an incredible feeling. I mean, it really beats the noon games are fun. It's hype, but those night games, they really do it up. So if you're going to the game, that anybody watching, if you're going to that game, have fun. Drink some brews or whatever. Drink water too. That's good as well. But just have fun and take it all in because this is a special moment. Texans on Sunday Night Football playing against Caleb Williams and the Bears. It's going to be a really, really fun game. And also, when we'll get into this, theoretically, we should kick their fucking ass. I mean, the Bears right now and the Texans right now, I feel like are in two different tiers. Yeah. Just based on how the Bears played last week and how we played last week. Now we're going to be at home with our primetime NRG Stadium fandom rocking. Probably the stadium will probably be rocking. Yeah. I feel pretty confident about this. Right off the rip, I'll just say it. I feel extremely confident. We'll get into we'll talk about why. But it's just I feel like it's going to win by a few scores. Well, I'll tell you our score prediction later. But a few scores that should be. We shouldn't have problems with the Bears. Shouldn't have problems with the Bears this week. We shouldn't. Now we shouldn't have problems with the Bears, but we will give the Bears. Let's talk about them a little bit, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Man, they got some guys. They have a good defense. Their secondary led the league in interceptions last year. So obviously they got some ball hawkers. They got some guys who can get their hands on the ball at any given moment. Which that defense and a secondary that led the NFL in interceptions last year versus CJ Stroud, who didn't throw barely threw any. He had 5, and 3 of them came in one game against the Cardinals. So obviously, going into this, it's going to be an interesting matchup to see. And we'll see if CJ gets a little careless and throws a pick. I doubt it, because he just doesn't do that. But if he does, I'm not going to freak out because obviously we know what the Bears have in the secondary.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right about that. It's going to be interesting to watch CJ work against his Bears secondary, which is extremely good with Jalen Johnson, Tyreek Stevenson, great defensive line, and great linebackers. That's why I'm going to head, our first X factor for the Texans game against the Bears this week. For me, it's Stefon Diggs. Stefon he got it going early against the Colts this season, or for the season. 6 catches for 30-something yards, 2 touchdown catches.
Yeah.
Already making a huge impact. I got to figure that Nico Collins, who is a little banged up right now, he is set to play, but he was a little banged up throughout this week. He's going to be attracting the attention of Jalen Johnson, of maybe 2 guys. I can see him being double teamed. That's why one of the other guys on the receiving core is going to have to step up big, and I think Stefon Diggs is exactly the guy to do this. I think he's going to lead the team in receiving this week. I think he's going to lead the team in receptions and receiving. I think he's going to be cooking, especially because, he was lining up everywhere against the Colts, lining up in the backfield, in the slot, outside. Yeah. They're just moving them all over the place, and I have a feeling that he's going to have a big game.
Yeah, being able to put Stefon Diggs in the slot is such a cheat code. And, we saw it last week. Obviously, you mentioned he's all over the field. And, obviously, look, we've talked about this all offseason. This is no secret. When you have 3 guys, when you have Nico Collins, Stefon Diggs, and Tank Dell, I don't care how good their secondary is. One of them's going to be open on pretty much every play. And so that's luckily that's why we have CJ Stroud, who is just incredible at making reads and just, his field vision is just immaculate. It might be one of the best in the NFL. And it is one of the best in the NFL, if not the best. So, I'm not too worried about that. I think CJ Stroud is going to be just fine. But I think you're right. I think Stefon Diggs is going to come out. Last week, 2 touchdowns, only 33 yards, but he got it where it counts. He was accounted for 12 points of offense. That's huge. And so, I agree. Definitely an X factor. And we'll see. One thing I do want to see, though, is you mentioned Nico being banged up, and I'm interested to see Tank Dell get a little more active, too, in the offense. Obviously, I think he had a fine game. I think he had 40 yards receiving. He had more than Stefon. But he did, for him, it was a little quiet. And he had a hell of a offseason. We all know this, coming off his injury last year, obviously what happened down there in Florida. I'm not expecting him to come out immediately and start blowing the doors off of any defense, but I am really excited to see him get more involved and make some plays that we know he can make. But I think you're right. I think Stefon has a huge game. When the lights are bright, Stefon Diggs comes out to fucking play his whole career.
100%. No, I agree with that. Definitely, at least my X factor for this week. It sounds like he's both of our X factors. So predicting a big game for Stefon Diggs. So slot him in your starting lineup because I feel like he's going to lead the team this week in receptions and receiving yards, may even have a touchdown. So,
definitely.
That's going to be just where our success. Well, obviously, we want success against this defense, which is a really good defense.
Yeah.
Stefon, the receiving core is going to have to show up, but we're also going to have to block him. We're also going to have to block that monstrous defensive line.
Yeah.
That's why, Noah, on 3, you want to say our next X factor? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Kenyan
Green. Yeah. Kenyan Green had a huge week last week. Incredible play. He didn't allow a single pressure. One of the highest graded offensive linemen in the league last week. He was incredible, and this is what we wanted to see from him. This is what we wanted to see from a first round offensive lineman, right?
Yeah.
And so it's exciting to see him. The physical transformation he's made has obviously really helped his play, and I think we're picking him as an X factor because against this incredible defense with Kenyan Green and Laramie Tunsil holding down the left side of the line, I don't know how you get through. I don't know what you do.
No, I really don't. You're going to have to mix in some exotic blitz packages to try to get around that crew. Mm-hmm. And another reason why I think he is X factor is obviously that phenomenal game they had against the Colts. That was a great booster. It was a great confidence booster to start off your third year, your first year, healthy and ready to go. He's the definite starter on the left side as a left guard. Had a great game, phenomenal game. Keep it up. Let's keep this heater going because you have another good game in a row. Then it's starting to look like, Kenyan Green, that first round pick. All right. And then you keep going and going and going. You just have continual success. Yeah. You're putting it together at that point, and then boom, we have our first round guy. And that just makes us even better. Just makes us even better.
And we all know, everyone knows that's watching this, especially that if you give CJ Stroud time in the pocket to slice and dice, whew, it's game over. We saw that against the Browns last year. I mean, CJ Stroud just had all the time in the world, and he's hitting Schultz, he's hitting Brevin, he's hitting, you know what I mean? And we know what he can do with time. Last week, he was pressured. I think he got sacked 4 times. So we don't want to see that again, because if that type of offensive line play comes from, certain parts of the offensive line, we might have a problem. I mean, not a losing problem, but I don't want my Pookie getting hit. I don't want CJ Stroud getting hit.
We obviously, and watching last night's game, Tua, that happening to Tua, obviously there's just a big emphasis on, keeping your quarterback safe, which, I mean, not to say that the offensive line failed Tua. He ran on, it was a scramble play, and
he's got to be safer than that. Yeah.
But we just know, that CJ Stroud missed those 2 games last year with concussion. We just did not look good. Obviously, CJ Stroud is the cog. He's the brain trust. He's the nucleus.
Yep.
So keep him up straight. Keep him upright. And Kenyan Green he did that all of week 1. Continue it with week 2, and you're starting to put together, man. Starting to put together a great 3rd season.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's
Absolutely.
go, Kenyan.
Yeah,
absolutely, man.
I'm pumped to see the offensive line. I'm pumped to see Kenyan Green. That's why he's an X factor. Him, Tonsil, Scruggs if he plays, Shaq Mason, Titus Howard. When those 5 guys are locked in, it's one of the best offensive lines in the league. So Hopefully they all show up. And look, the lights are bright, and I think this is a team that will play well when the lights are bright. I think every single guy on that team is ready for the moment. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let's move on to –
Yeah, it definitely – but to add on what you're saying, it definitely feels like just we can't play – like last year, obviously, we had games where we played poorly. I just don't see us ever playing poorly unless something is significant, like an injury or, it's like we're playing through a monsoon or something.
Yeah.
Just everyone's bought into the system. Everyone's bought into the culture. Man, everything went – I don't even think we were clicking week 1, which is funny.
No, not at all.
I don't think we're clicking yet. Once we start clicking, which this is the perfect time to kind of start clicking, and then you can have a big game.
Yeah.
Show the world, show the whole stage, be on the stage, show the nation what you can do when everything's clicking. That's big. That would be huge. So
this is a big week for the narrative. You know what I mean? Obviously, everyone knows the Texans are a contender. Everyone knows about what we got going on here. But if we come out on the biggest stage and dog walk the Bears like this team is capable of doing, it's going to be a really huge moment for the Texans and their status in the league. People are going to recognize. People should recognize, what we have cooking over here. People already know, but people are going to have a different level of understanding after they see it against the solid Bears defense. Now let's move on to the Bears offense against this Texans defense. This Texans defense last week was solid. They were rusty. I'll say that they were rusty. They played well. Interior defensive line came and fucking showed out. Fatakasi, Mario Edwards, shout out. Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson were causing mayhem at the end of the line. Now, the one thing I wasn't a huge fan of at times was the secondary last week. And look, we have young guys back there. We had Cain Bullock getting snaps. We had Kamari, who was phenomenal. We had Kamari Lassiter, getting snaps, who obviously is a rookie and a really highly touted rookie, a lot of potential there, but still a rookie. And Derek Stingley as well, and Jimmy Ward and Jalen Petrie, all those dogs. But there were plays that they let Anthony Richardson really have. I mean, that Alec Pierce touchdown. Alec Pierce doesn't need to be splitting, Stingley and Ward or whoever was back there. Like that doesn't need to happen. And one thing about this, I said this all offseason, is I know damn well D'Amico Ryans knows how to make adjustments. And D'Amico Ryans knows how to coach some goddamn defense. And so I'm sure him and Matt Burke were in the lab with the team this week in the defense, fixing up those holes, figuring out what the problem was. And so the Bears are probably watching film, chomping at the bit, looking, this is how we handle Stingley. This is how we handle this secondary. No, sir. Not after D'Amico has a word. Not after D'Amico obsesses over that film and figures out what they need to do. So I think we're going to see a big bounce back from the secondary this week. We need to. Playing Caleb, who didn't have a great game last week, didn't even throw for over 100 yards. He sat there at 94, looked rough. first game in the NFL, though, right? And we're lucky that we're playing Caleb Williams early in the season because I do think he figures it out. I think he's going to figure it out by maybe week 7 or 8. But this is week 2. This is his second game, and the pressure's on. And so I think the secondary is going to be able to handle it.
Yeah, no, not to mention that they are a little banged up, the Bears offense, I mean. I don't even know if Keenan Allen and Rome Odunze are going to play.
Odunze is not playing.
Odunze is not playing, and Keenan Allen was limited to practice, I believe, or not practicing all week long. So, well, that is definitely something to keep an eye on. The big plays that we gave up against the Colts, that was really just a testament to the magic that Anthony Richardson can summon sometimes. You know, obviously, like he is extremely overrated. He didn't have a great game aside from those 3 big plays. It was kind of fluctuated. His numbers were fluctuated. His day was fluctuated because of those 3 plays. But he needed to play some hero ball, have some of the best throws I've ever seen in my life to do that. Caleb Williams as a rookie and in Houston, that I don't think they're not going to replicate those big plays that they had against our secondary. And a reason why is our next X factor, our last X factor, which is Kamari Lassiter. Obviously, Derek Stingley is locking up one part of the field. He's probably going to have DJ Moore a lot of the time, or whoever's on the outside on his side. But with Keenan Allen limited, Rome Odunze probably not playing. I don't know. It's not confirmed. It's not in front of me. Kamari Lassiter could just lock up his side, you know, and we're going to leave Caleb Williams extremely limited with options, extremely limited. Especially with, I don't know who's depth-wise who is coming up for the Bears at receiver.
I don't know.
I can't see them moving the ball very well against us at all. And you're right. Caleb Williams will figure it out eventually. Not his second game of his NFL career. So I think Kamari is going to have a big game. I can even see him making a few pass breakups. You know, I feel like he's going to challenge his rookie counterpart, a guy in his draft class. I feel like he's going to challenge him, and Kamari is just going to have to come up big. I think, and I think he will.
Absolutely, and I think Kamari is up to the challenge. And I think last week, look, I mean, Kamari, it's not like he didn't allow a ton of yards. You know what I mean? He wasn't doing the most, but he looked like a rookie. He had to get his feet under him. And I think this week is going to be I think you're right. A couple of PBUs. Kamari's not a pick guy. He never was. He wasn't in college. So if I'd love to see him, pick off Caleb, but I think that's more Derek Stingley's job. If Caleb has the fucking audacity to throw at Derek Stingley. But also that's the thing. That's why Kamari is the X factor. Is because they know Derek Stingley, that's a no-fly zone. They're not going to throw over there very often. Caleb isn't. Now, maybe later in the season when we have more experienced quarterbacks that can make the throws that Caleb can't right now, sure. Derek Stingley might get some opportunities to really make some big plays and get thrown at and show us what he's got. But he's going to be locking down whoever he's on. And Kamari is going to probably get a majority of the targets. I mean, he's going to get a lot of targets his way. And and because they think he's a rookie, and they think he is a rookie, but they think he's just some other rookie. But Kamari, we know from everything we've seen at camp and in the preseason what the kind of guy he is. And this is going to be a big test because they're going to be going after him. They are, especially if obviously, hopefully Sting is on DJ Moore, and if Keenan Allen and Odunze aren't playing, then I don't know who steps up for the Bears. I don't know what the depth is looking like, but whoever it is, Caleb's going to try to get the ball there, and Kamari's going to have to show out and show everyone the kind of guy he is. And I think he's up to the challenge. I think he's absolutely going to be the guy he's going to show off a little bit. And I think he's going to be making some big plays. I think he's going to get hyped. The locksmith is going to be shocking the world a little bit, I believe. So I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see whoever he matches up against, whoever's the unfortunate soul who's matched up against Kamari Lassiter, because I think he's going to embarrass some guys. I do. Yeah. I think because he's a rookie. I mean, that's at the end of the day, he's a rookie. But I think people are going to underestimate him and be like, "Holy shit, this guy's nice."
No. I mean, people just already don't know about Kamari Lassiter. They didn't really know about him in the draft. I kind of picked up on him, and I thought this guy's flying under the radar like crazy. Like this guy could be so good in the NFL. He's looking like he's pretty good in the NFL as a rookie. So they're going to be challenging him. He's going to have to step up big. I just thought about this, but I guess an honorable mention as an X factor is rookie Cain Bullock because he's practiced against Caleb Williams many a times.
Yeah.
They both went to USC together. They're both rookies, obviously. Maybe Cain Bullock has like a kind of like a little insight as to how to play against Caleb Williams. He's done it before. He's probably picked him off in practice. I don't know. But I mean, that he's played against him. He's had that experience against him. So leaning on Cain Bullock for some information and maybe some physical play against Caleb or for play against Caleb Williams, that'd be huge. That's going to be super under the radar stuff that not a lot of people think about. But I mean, that's a valuable piece to have. That's a valuable piece to have in our defense right now. So Cain Bullock, go off, man. I hope he gets a lot of snaps. And maybe he gets another pick, man.
Yeah, I mean, we've been hearing about CB since the beginning of camp. D'Amico immediately was like, "Holy shit!" And then obviously we're hyped. We've been hyped about Cain Bullock and what he's capable of. And he came out and he didn't just show us a little. I mean, he showed us a lot. He had a pick. He's the highest graded rookie last week. Highest graded rookie in football.
It's fantastic. I mean, just right off the bat, just starting off your NFL career being the highest rated rookie from according to PFF.
Yeah.
In week one, keep that momentum going. Get him some snaps against Caleb Williams. He's played against him before. Like let's let him show out a little bit. Hope he gets some opportunities to make a few plays.
Yeah. And before we get into score predictions, just I want to make a last few points, maybe kind of keys to the game. I think a big key to the game is the defensive line making Caleb uncomfortable. I mean, which they're extremely capable of. I mean, that's a given. Caleb is not going to be comfortable with all those dogs that we have on our D line. So make him make quick decisions, swarm him in the pocket. If he has to roll out, obviously we know Caleb can move, but if he has to roll out, make him do that. Make him use his feet. But in Caleb, look, Caleb's not going to rush like a guy like AR is capable of, or Lamar, or any of these top tier rushing guys. He can move for sure, but he's going to be rolling out, but he's going to be a pass first. He's just a pass first kind of guy overall. And so make him uncomfortable and make him make fucking plays, because last week whenever he had to roll out and make plays, he couldn't do it. And so that's the key. Make them uncomfortable, and they know that, and they're going to. Because then, if you make Caleb uncomfortable, you get him out of the pocket. That's Pig City.
Pig City. It's also just he's going to be rattled all game long if you're doing that. If you're getting after him early and often, he's going to be rattled all game long, and that's just not going to be good over the course of the game. That's not going to be good over the course of 4 quarters of football. So you're absolutely right. And the offensive line for the Indianapolis Colts significantly better than the Bears' offensive line. So we even had some success against their offensive line. We should see some success against the Bears' offensive line.
Yeah.
Should see a few sacks. Should see a lot of pressures. I'd like to see Will Anderson get a sack. I'd like to see Danielle Hunter get a sack.
I'd love to see one of them. I want a sack from our two big guys at the end.
Yeah. I agree. And we'll probably see it because that Bears offensive line, there's question marks around it. So you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah. And another thing, and like I said, I want to get to our picks. We've been going about 30 minutes. So, but another thing is, hey, home opener, the most exciting Texan season in history, Sunday Night Football, NRG is going to be a madhouse.
They're going to be nuts in there.
They are going to be so fucking loud and obnoxious, and Caleb is not going to be able to hear his own thoughts. He's going to be in hell with that home field advantage. And, obviously I'm sure this game is sold out. I'm sure this game is going to be packed to the brim. And just the energy in the building is going to be electric. And Caleb is going to have a really hard time.
It's going to be. I wish I could go. The tickets are a little expensive, and I'll probably go to a different game. But it's going to be a sight to behold for sure, especially when we're wearing our all whites like we always do in our home openers. And I just saw another tweet from Aaron Wilson. The reason why they have the roof open is because they're going to have a fireworks show pregame.
Oh, pregame fireworks show.
A bunch of pregame fireworks as I guess they run on the field and stuff. So that's gonna get the juices. That's gonna get the juices flowing, dude. It's gonna get the juices flowing. Everyone, I want to go too, man. Everyone and their moms is gonna be rioting in that place, just making, and also like, hey guys, listen to D'Amico, listen to CJ. They're telling y'all, be loud, because y'all are a part of this journey. Y'all are a part of this season too. Y'all are a part of the team as well. If y'all are being loud, you're currently helping the Texans win. So be loud. Not when the offense is out, though. Don't do that.
Did you see CJ's comments about that the other day?
No. Yes, I did.
No, CJ. Yeah, if y'all are going to the game, shut up during offensive drives.
Yeah, dude.
I want to hear a pin drop during offensive drives.
Yeah, dude. I want to be able to hear a mouse.
Yeah,
when they're on 100%. Offense, dude. Not a single word. I don't want to hear anyone talk, dude.
I want to hear the fucking play call. I want to hear the play call from the stands. Be quiet.
Yeah.
CJ said so.
Play the quiet game, okay?
Yeah, dude.
But all right, so we'll get into score predictions.
Yeah, you go first.
I'll go first. Obviously, I see us winning by, I guess I said it before, I see us winning by 2 scores at least. I think a final score will be, I'll say 27-13, Houston, Texas.
You just stole mine.
I just stole it by
that
bar
was
for
mine.
bar.
That was 27-13 was mine. God damn it. All right, I'll
do.
Dude.
Hey, that's why you and I do this. That's why you and I do
man.
this.
We're on the wavelength.
Hey.
Come on. I'm going to say, all right, I'll say 28-10.
You could say the same thing. You could say the same thing as me.
No, I don't want to do the same because I want to be competitive. I want to tell you were wrong, even though that was originally mine. But I'll say 28-10.
I would like 28-10 instead.
That's a good score. That's a good.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bud. They might not score a touchdown. It could literally be like field goal city for them, and it could be like something like 28-6 or something like that.
Yeah. Who's the Bears kicker? Is it Cairo Santos?
I think it might be.
Yeah, I don't know. Whoever it is, if you're a betting person, I'd take his over on field goals.
And whoever the kicker is, get your reps in pregame because you're going to be up there a lot, I think, dude. Yeah. And the punter, whoever that is, get your reps in. Yeah. But I hope you're practicing hard because you're going to have to be punting that shit all over the place. So
fucking A.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you are going to the game, have fun, be safe. Get there early, drink some beer for me. Drink 1 beer for me. If you're not going to the game, head on over, and you're in the Houston area, head on over to Big City Wings, Houston's wing joint, Apollo's wing joint. I'm willing to bet that place is going to be packed out.
Oh, absolutely.
Packed out. At night, the beer's going to be flowing. The appetizer's going to be coming out fast and hot. Go get some wings, man. Go get a 10-piece. Go get a 20-piece. It's going to be one of those nights you just want to stuff your face with wings and beer. So head on over to Big City Wings, Houston's wing joint, once again, Apollo's wing joint, once again, and watch the Texans and have fun. So thank you, Big City Wings.
Yeah, thank you so much, Big City Wings. Guys, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Lets us know you enjoy it. Helps us out a lot. Also, comment down below. You got predictions for the game, final score predictions, who's catching tutties, who's getting a pick, who's getting a sack. Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing from you guys, and we appreciate everyone who's been tuning in. And we got a fun season, so let's strap in. To all the people watching, we're excited. You're enjoying the season with us. Follow us on Twitter.
Sorry. Go ahead. No, I was going to say sorry, Noah.
Hey, sorry, dude. Don't interrupt my promos now. All right.
Sorry, dude.
Follow us on Twitter at Apollo HOU and also Instagram at Apollo HOU and Apollo Texans on Twitter or X, whatever you're trying to call it nowadays. I'm never not going to call it Twitter, but follow us on X or Twitter at Apollo Texans to keep up with everything Texans related. And like I said, Apollo HOU on all platforms to keep up with Houston sports in general. We got the Astros, the Rockets, the Dynamo, the Dad.
We got everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be a Houston sports fan. So join us.
Once you're subscribed and you're ready to go, tune in on Monday, noon, our live show, post-game live show, the morning after. So on your lunch break, be sure to tune in to that live show across every platform pretty much because we're going to be doing some immediate reactions to hopefully a huge win. So be sure to tune in, guys.
Yeah, please do. The live shows are a lot of fun. So come in, hang out, chat it up, tell us your thoughts. What was your favorite moment of the game? What was your least favorite moment of the game if everything goes badly? It shouldn't, but I just realized I'm wearing orange. I wore orange in this episode. Can't do that.
Yeah, I'm wearing burgundy.
Yeah.
Not that really matters, but
that's not a Bears color, but this is like Bears orange almost. This is almost burnt orange. But this is a Longhorn shirt. This is a Longhorn jacket. Hook 'em. Fuck A&M. All right.
Go Cougs.
Sure. Yeah, they're good at football, huh?
Good at basketball.
Yeah, they are good at basketball. That's cool.
Yeah, soon. But all right, guys, bring that out here.
All right, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you later.
Watch Texans. Go Texans.
Back in my bag and I gotta brag. I do this shit for real.